Good afternoon, everyone. It's Rebecca Loach here. I'm a holistic nutritionist and soulful mystic. I also am an educator of natural health and essential oils. And I wanted to hop on today and do a little bit of a talk of a topic that I'm really passionate about, and that's how to keep our kids healthy, not only this winter as cold and flu season comes up, but also all year long. So a little bit about me for those of you who are new to this page or haven't watched a video with me before. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I have 12 years of experience in the natural health field. For 10 of those years, I actually ran my own clinical nutrition practice where I worked with both adults and children to help them improve their digestive health, improve their hormonal balance, decrease stress and anxiety, and pretty much anything that they came in with that was having them feel a little out of sorts. So my specialization was actually in digestion and enzyme therapy, because digestion actually is the pathway to everything else. 70 to 80% of our immune system is actually said to be in our gut. 70 to 80% of our serotonin, our feel-good chemicals, is in our gut. When we're not digesting well, when we're not eliminating well, it actually causes problems in everywhere else in the body. So I wanted to hop on today, like I said, to specifically talk about health and children. I have a 4-year-old boy, so I'm also a mama to this beautiful little boy, and my number one priority is to make sure that he is having the best chance at health as he could. Now, the reason I got into nutrition in the first place was because of my own health challenges, especially digestive-wise. For many, many years, from high school into my university years, I struggled with irritable bowel disease or irritable bowel dysfunction. And I had a lot of upset stomachs, a lot of fluctuating bowel movements, a lot of pain that caused me to not be able to go out, not be able to have fun, not be able to live the life I wanted. It was a lot of scares as well. And in the earlier to mid, actually it was the end of my university career, we actually had a scare where they thought I might have stomach cancer. So it progressed. And so it was in looking for other solutions that I actually decided to go into holistic nutrition. Now, my background's in biochemistry, so very analytical science. I took pharmacology, I took microbiology, all of these things. I was a walking pharmacy. I really believed in all of the things that you could do over the counter. I really believed in, some of the antacids and everything. I was doing these things. I was taking these medications to support my health. And in the end, those didn't work and I was getting worse and worse. So it was after this scare that I decided to look into natural medicine. I figured nutrition was safe. It was molecules, it was vitamins, I could handle that. But as I started going through my practice, I actually started to discover more and more how there's so many natural solutions out there that for me were offering a more effective solution. I kind of surprised myself to see that there was so much that we could do nutritionally and so much we could do. There was this whole new world that I was not even aware of. And so I've made it my mission for the last 12 years to help other people to connect with their bodies, to understand what their body's saying, to understand how to support their body. And I do that through my nutrition practice, but also that evolved into helping people to connect with their own inner wisdom through understanding their higher purpose, understanding their mind and their emotions. So it's all part of it. So I know that there are so many other moms out there like me who really want their children to have the best start in life. As a mom, I don't want my son to have to struggle like I did. And I've worked with so many parents who have brought their children in who want the best for their children and who say and have said, I wish I'd known about this sooner. Whether their kids are 5, 6, 7, 8, or working with teenagers and seeing it, I wish they'd known this sooner. And I know for myself, my mom says she wishes she knew more when she was younger. My mom fed us really well. She did a really, really good job. There just wasn't as much information when I was young as there is now. And it's amazing now, everything that we have at our fingertips. So I wanted to talk specifically as a health practitioner, what I recommend for supplements for children, as well as what I give my son. Everything I recommend and everything I talk about today is stuff that we do in my own home. So as a mother, but also as a nutritionist, this is the kind of thing that I was recommending for my clients a long time ago. So the other thing is I work with a company called doTERRA, which is, if you're familiar with doTERRA, they sell essential oils. They create the most powerful, beautiful, effective essential oils on the planet. Scientific research by Roseman University in the US has recently been announced and been released showing that doTERRA's essential oils have a marked an effective effect on the body, that it is actually affecting biochemical pathways and supporting our health. And that of all of the oils that they tested, they found that many of the competitor oils, or all the competitor oils that they tested, did not have the same benefits. So essential oils are everywhere nowadays. You can get them at Costco, you can get them at Chapters, you can get them, online, you can get them everywhere. And a lot of them are spewing out these keywords that doTERRA started with. And what I can tell you now is that if you are looking at essential oils, they're not all created equal. Marketing is marketing, but you want to be able to go somewhere and to actually see, are those essential oils, that scientifically tested, that they're saying, can they actually prove that? And doTERRA has a website called sourcetoyou.com, SOURCE, so source, TOYOU.com, where you can actually go in and you can look at their processes, and you can look at the bottom of your single essential oil blends and see the scientific testing showing the purity and the quality. So I've used essential oils for a while. I didn't use them as extensively as I do now, but I did use some other brands previously, and I never, intuitively as a mom, I never felt safe using them on or around my child. He never had them in the bath. I never used them topically, and I never diffused them around him. In fact, I only used them in little sprays around my own office, and I never had a diffuser before. Our doTERRA oils, I'm going to share with you 7 blends that we use consistently with my son. He loves them, and that we're getting really, really great support for our bodies. So if you are a mom or a dad or a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle, and you're really interested in looking for these natural solutions to support the children that you love in your life, or even to support yourself, I want to talk about that today. So I'm going to start with the nutritional aspects, because we need a really good foundation. It doesn't matter how many essential oils you use. If we don't have that good base foundation, then nothing else is going to work. We need to make sure that we have that solid brickwork laid before we can move on. So after, I'm a self-proclaimed supplement snob. So after 12 years in the profession, I had done consulting for a couple of other nutritional supplement companies. And I'm very particular about the products that I use on myself, the products I use for my family. And I was very, very particular at what I used in my practice. The combination of the scientific research I needed to see, as well as the effectiveness, as well as how natural or safe are these products. And so it's after all this time, I've had access to the best of the best practitioner lines that you cannot even get in health food stores. And even after all this time, we've switched over to buying all our supplements from doTERRA, which surprised me when I first heard about them. But they have some beautifully crafted, very well scientifically researched and well formulated, put together. They have a panel of medical advisory board, scientists, health practitioners that have created these products, and they are by far the best supplements that I've ever used. And these are the ones that I trust for my little boy every single day. So I have 3 different supplements that I'm going to tell you about. Now, the first thing when we're looking at health and nutrition, especially going into this winter season, is to make sure that we have the right amount of vitamins and minerals going in. So a lot of parents already know that vitamins and minerals are important, and reach for the vitamins that are in cool shapes, or those gummy chewable vitamins. And great idea, right track. But the problem with a lot of those supplements out there is they're either full of artificial colors, which have been shown to have so many effects on our brain function. They impair the liver function and all sorts of things. So they're not a good idea. Also, a lot of them have artificial sweeteners or artificial ingredients. And not only that, aside from all the extra junk they put in, a lot of those supplements don't actually have a balanced ratio of nutrients. A lot of times they'll have only select vitamins and very few minerals, if at all. And we need a balanced ratio to make sure that every process in the body is working. The other thing, alongside with a multivitamin, and something that's going to help keep our bodies working functionally, all these vitamins and minerals that we have in the body are required for our enzymes in the body to do their jobs. And enzymes make everything work. So the other thing that's really important is a very good source of essential fatty acids. Now, essential fatty acids often come, the way that we use them supplement-wise is with a really good quality fish oil. There are vegan versions, but fish oil is a very effective way to get all of the essential fatty acids that we need. Now, essential fatty acids are called essential because our body doesn't make them. We have to get them from dietary sources. And the essential fatty acids are really, really critical during pregnancy for sure, in the developing fetus, but also in our young children, because most of the brain is actually made up of fat, especially as young children. But 70% or so of the brain matter is actually made up of these important healthy fats. And so making sure that we have that beautiful essential fatty acid, the source of good fats in our life, is really important. And the reason we have to supplement this is that we often have a skewed amount. There's way too many vegetable oils in our food and anything that we buy. Vegetable oils are so prominent that we need to get the source of omega-3s into our body. So doTERRA has a beautiful combo pack. Ours are open and downstairs. I didn't want to take my son's out of the fridge, so I'm bringing you our next set that we're going to open once his initial set, or his the one he's working on now, is done. But it is a beautiful, I'm going to try to get out of the glare. There's an A to Z mineral multivitamin. It's a chewable vitamin and mineral. And then the IQ Mega. So I'm actually going to open these so I can talk about them a little more. But I wanted you to see that they come as a 2-pack together, which is really economical when you buy them as a set together. So the A to Z chewable tablets, this glare is terrible, are really great because they have a natural watermelon flavor. So my son loves them. He calls them my watermelon treat. So he loves to take them, and to him it's like having a special treat in the morning. And these come with a balanced ratio of vitamins and minerals they have in them. So vitamin D is one of the things that's really, really critical all year round, but especially in these winter months when the sun goes down. We have a nice sunny day today, but it's been gray earlier this morning, and we're entering into that gray zone here in Canada. But the vitamin D is really important to help our calcium go into our bones where it needs to. It's also important for our production of our hormones, or supporting our hormones, and also for our immune system. So this has 400 units of vitamin D in it. So it's a really good source of vitamin D. It's also got a balanced ratio of all the other vitamins and minerals in it. It also has a cognitive blend. So it has things, if you're up on nutrition, you'll know some of these names, but it has choline, phosphatidylserine, and inositol. And these are specific nutrients that are really, really good for brain function. Good for all of us, but especially in those developing brains that we're trying to harness in our little kids. And just as an aside, my son just went into junior kindergarten, and it's amazing to see how quickly he's growing and how being in that stimulating environment is actually, it uses up a lot of brain power. So if you have a child that, has gone through this or is coming up to this phase, if your kid is younger than the school age or already been through this, you know how much energy it takes to do that. So we want to make sure that we're supporting that by giving them the nutrients that they need. This one also has a superfood blend in it, and also an antioxidant blend. So not only is it the vitamins and minerals, it's also giving you those brain nutrients that you need, and also some superfoods. So really good at supporting the cells in many different ways. And you're not gonna find that in a gummy or any other chewable vitamin that you find off the shelf. So really made to really support growing bodies. These are also good for adults who don't like to swallow pills. So you can take them, made for kids, but safe for adults too. Now, when we look at the fish oil here, the IQ Mega, it's called, just taking the sticky off here. This is a liquid fish oil supplement. So it has balanced ratios of EPA and DHA essential fatty acids. Really great for brain function, also good for cardiovascular function. And it also has a little bit of wild orange and rosemary essential oil in it. So I know the rosemary takes out the fishy smell. It doesn't smell like fish at all. My son loves this. Like, he loves taking his fish oil in the morning. The wild orange gives it a really good flavor. Another thing to mention is that these oils that are in here are doTERRA's certified pure tested grade oils. They are the purest oils out there. So you're not getting a flavor, just a flavor in there. It's actually a therapeutic grade oil that is also going to support the body. So wild orange and rosemary are also really healthy for the cells to take internally. So this IQ Mega, you take a teaspoon a day. And like I said, he loves it. It's supporting his immune system. It's supporting his brain function. And it's really, really great. He loves to take it so much. So 1 teaspoon a day for this. With this A to Z, the multivitamin, they're chewable tablets. And you take 2 tablets a day for kids 4 and older. Kids between 2 and 4 can safely take 1 tablet a day. So before my son turned 4, we actually had him taking 1 a day, just so he was getting those vitamins and minerals in him. So those 2 are crucial building blocks. The other thing that is really, really important is probiotic. Now, when we are born sterile. We do not have that healthy bacteria in our gut that supports our immunity, that helps our digestive processes work, that also is important for absorbing nutrients and also creating certain vitamins. Many B vitamins and vitamin K are actually made in our gut and our intestinal tract. And so we're born sterile. We need to have this from external sources. Now, a lot of times this comes through breastfeeding, right? We get our bacterial inoculations from our mother or through the birth. If a child was born by C-section, they're not going to have that kind of colonization that happens when you go through the birth canal. So it's really important from a young age to be supporting through taking probiotics. So more important if you've had a C-section delivery like I did, but it's important for all children. So my son has been taking probiotics since he was 5 days old. It was one of the things that was most important to me. So the probiotic from doTERRA that's made specifically for children is called PB Assist Junior, and it comes from human strains of bacteria. So what's important is they're taking the bacteria that are most often, the healthy bacteria that are most often found in a healthy digestive tract, and that's what they're using. So they're giving us exactly what we need, so our body knows how to use it properly. Now, if you're not familiar with probiotics, I'm just going to show you. These ones actually are little, they come in a powder. They are strawberry melon flavored, so they taste really good. They do, so the multivitamin, I want to say it does have cane sugar, organic cane sugar in it. That's what makes it taste good. So at first, my son had never had sugar at all. And when we started giving him these when he was about 2.5, I was like, oh, he hasn't had sugar. Do I really want them in his vitamins? But when I looked at the benefit that was in there, I realized that the benefit, there's no other supplement out there that I have found that has been this good, including the other supplements from the professional lines that I'm used to. So what I love about doTERRA as well is that anyone can get access to these. You as a mother or a father, an aunt or an uncle or a caregiver can feel empowered that you can take charge of your health and your family's health, and you can get these into your home with a very low barrier, which is really good. You want to be able to take your health in your hands. So the PB Assist Junior, great tasting. Also, it's going to give the bacteria, the healthy bacteria that your child needs to really make sure that the gut is working properly. Now, there is a huge, if you've been paying attention or have anything knowing about what's going on in the world, there's a huge gut-brain connection. So a lot of times with problems focusing or learning disabilities or any of these things going on, we have a huge, the first place to start when you want to focus on focus and concentration and brain health is actually in your gut, because there's a huge link there. So these probiotics are going to help make sure that your body's digesting well. They're going to help your second brain to be healthy, which is that gut intestinal tract. The probiotics also help with digestion, absorption of nutrients. Like I said before, they help to absorb those nutrients and make certain B vitamins. And a huge, huge portion, most of your immune system is actually in your intestinal tract. So it is one of the first lines of defenses is to make sure that you have a healthy gut. So if you have a little child, oftentimes I get parents saying, their child, if you've ever had a new baby, you watch every single day and see how many dirty diapers they have, right? And you look at the texture and the consistency and the color. And even in older children, I often hear, my child hasn't gone to the bathroom for X number of days. And so probiotics, I have so many parents I've had who they said their children maybe had a bowel movement once a week. Probiotics, usually within a day, they're back to being normal. So your children should really have a bowel movement every single day. I believe very firmly that it is a myth when they say, oh, children, they just don't go as regularly as adults. They have the same intestinal tracts. They're more sensitive than ours. But you eat food, what goes in must come out. And if your body is working well, it should have... it should be working properly, and you should be having a bowel movement every single day. If you are an adult and not having about 2 to 3 bowel movements every single day, we need to talk. Probiotics are important for you too. People are surprised. They say, I'm regular. I go every other day. You should be having at least 2 bowel movements a day, or your body's not working properly. So if that's you, send me a message. We'll talk. Like I said, I specialize in digestion, and it's so, so important. So back to our wee ones, super important for them because this is, again, epigenetics. So the way that our environment is, the way that our genes function, it has been shown that a healthy digestive system in childhood is going to make us much stronger and more resilient, so that when we get older, we're gonna have the likelihood of getting some serious diseases is much less. So it is important. It is so important. What you feed your children now does make a difference. How you support your child's digestive system and nourish their body absolutely makes a difference to how it's going to turn out later. So those are my supplement recommendations. So the other thing that's really important when we're looking at children's health is making sure that we are minimizing stress. There's so much childhood stress these days. A lot of this focus on my child can't focus well. My child has trouble concentrating. They're not able to focus on their homework very much. That's huge factors. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about stress. There's so much childhood stress and anxiety. And I think a lot of that is because we have so much toxins in the world that are affecting our nervous systems and making us a little bit hyper vigilant, hypersensitive. But also there's so much noise all around that it can be really overwhelming for those young bodies. So we're going to talk about stress. We're going to talk about sleep. Sleep is so important for immune health. Sleep is so important for growth. Proper growth. It's also important for parent sanity, right? If your child's not sleeping, it is affecting your health. So we're going to talk about sleep. We're going to talk about focus and concentration. We're going to talk about stress. And we're also going to talk about, I'm just trying to think of what the oils I have here, more about digestive, so you have tummy troubles, and then also about the immune system a little bit more. So what I have here, I want to share with you 7 essential oil blends that are amazing for children. So doTERRA has just launched their brand new kids collection. So this was just launched about a month ago, available for purchase just at the beginning of this month. So it is a set, the kids collection of essential oils. If you haven't seen it, I posted information about each of the oils in this kit on my business Facebook page. And I'm going to go through them here. So once you open this kids kit, what you have in here is 6 beautiful blends, as well as some flashcards. And in the top, I'm going to show you this. And then I have another blend at the end, because I did say 7 blends. We have these colorful silicone tops, one matching each blend. These colorful silicone tops that actually fit on your essential oil bottles. You can put them on your bottles, and they have these carabiner clips, so you can clip them to a backpack. You can clip them to your child's backpack and they can bring them with them to school. We don't use that yet, only because my child's 4 and I don't trust a 4-year-old in kindergarten class to come home with exactly what we send him with. But if you have an older child, it's really empowering. So even for my 4-year-old, what I love about this kids collection is that he knows, because they're all different colors, he knows which blend will make him feel what. As he is now an active participant in his own healthcare and his own wellness. So I love that he can kind of be involved in that. So these, I'm just going to find the front of these flashcards. So it comes with those carabiner clips. It also comes with a set of flashcards that tell you, there's a message note for caregivers, how to use these oils, and then there's one for each one of the essential oil blends in here. So on the front, it's going to show you the color. There's 2 blends for the brain. So you can see this little brain here. There's 2 blends for the body. You can see the symbol. And then there's 2 blends for the heart. So, and on the back of each, it gives instructions for how to use. So what I love about these, again, as part of the kind of conscious parenting educational role, these blends are beautifully crafted. They're 100% pure. And like I said at the beginning, there is a lot of noise out there in the essential oil industry talking about the purity of the oils, talking about their sources are the best. And I can tell you with 100% confidence that there is no oil company out there that stands up to the scientific testing, scrutiny, the purity and the quality and the values as doTERRA essential oil does. And if you've known me at all, you will know that me making a statement like that is a pretty big deal. But I will not use any other essential oils on my little boy, and I won't use them for myself either. So what I love about these, getting back into having kind of that time at the end of the day or during the day to connect with your children and to talk to them. They can select the essential oils intuitively that they're drawn to. I love that because they're color coded, my son can look at them and say, I need one for my brain, and he can look at this little picture. So brain, mind. I also love that he can go to his grandparents' house and bring the 2 bottles that we use every single day, or some of the other ones that he chooses on that day. And he can give these to whoever's watching him that day so that they can read the information and know what he's doing and what he's taking. And not only that, for older children, they get to have that practice reading. So it's a really good time to let your child select the oil that they want and have a conversation about it and why they may want to have it, and also let them know that they have options. So for example, let's go right to the oils that support the heart. I'm going to start there. So the first blend that supports the heart is Steady. Now this is the grounding blend. So it's a really, really beautiful scent. All of the oils in the kids collection come in these ready-made roller bottles. So you would just apply them topically. They're made with fractionated coconut oil, and then they have the essential oil blends in here. So they're ready to go and they are diluted. This kit is made for children ages 3 and up. You can also use them. They are safe to use on children younger than that. I would just dilute a little bit more. So in the Steady blend, for example, there is amyris, balsam fir, coriander, and magnolia. I love the smell of magnolia. So this blend is the grounding blend, the steadying blend. So what it does is it really helps to come down and bring you in. So it helps to, with those times of stress or tension or anxiety, when you're feeling a little bit out of body and you want to come back in. And so the Steady blend would be a really good one to use either before going to school in the day if there's a little bit of worry about being separated, or if there is a worry of being a little anxious socially. This is a really good blend before going to school because it calms and soothes the mind. And it's really about that relaxation and calm. And of course I dropped it. So about relaxation and calm. So it is a really, really good blend to bring the emotions back to calm. So a lot of people need that kind of blend. So it's really about decreasing the anxiety and making you feel strong and present in your body. So being able to talk to your child about that is a really big deal, right? So my son and I have these great conversations about what it means to feel calm in your emotions, what it means to feel strong in your body, and how to take care of your body and take care of your mind and your thoughts and your feelings. Really gives them that ability to feel empowered and know that they have choices in life, right? It's not about external world doing things to us. It's about how we handle it. So my son knows when something happens, I say, who is responsible for making you happy? And he always says me, like himself, not me. And I said, and if you're not feeling happy, whose job is it to make it better? And he says me, as in himself, not me as his mom. So we talk about that all the time. So it's a really great time. These oils are going to support the body, support the mind, support the emotions, but it's also a way to kind of have that different connection and different conversations with your children. I should mention, if you're brand new to essential oils, the way that these work, because these are all roller bottles, there's 3 ways to use essential oils. You can use them aromatically, which is by breathing them in, by smelling them. When we smell a scent, whether it is a toxic or unpleasing scent, or whether it is a life-giving and pleasing aroma, right away that sends signals from our noses to the limbic system at the back of our head, in our brain, and that affects our heart rate, our blood pressure, our feelings of well-being, our neurotransmitters, so serotonin and dopamine, our hormones. So the fastest way to ease anxious, stressful feelings is actually through aroma. It's so important, again, to make sure that you are using these pure oils, not one of the oils. 80% of oils out on the market, unfortunately, are adulterated, and they have synthetic ingredients added to them or other things added to them to make them more economical. But when we're breathing this in, it's affecting our brain chemistry, but it's also going into our lungs, into our bloodstream. So what we smell is super important. I could go on a tangent, but I won't. But I'll just say, the fabric softeners, the scented products, scented candles, Febreze, all of these things, these air fresheners that we use are full of chemicals, synthetics that actually disrupt our lung function, but they also disrupt our reproductive organs and hormonal system. So that's creating a big challenges for us short term, but also our children growing up long term are going to be so much more susceptible to some of those problems. So by using these oils, that smell that we have is going to actually help bring that stress level down, to help normalize those body functions. Now, these ones are also being applied topically. So what that's doing is it's actually helping them to go into the skin. It's creating kind of a soothing feeling, a soothing experience. So we're getting kind of that double duty. of being able to have that scent experience and also being able to apply topically. We can put, for example, if we were to put Steady on our heart, it's going to help the energy of our heart to feel that balanced and grounding. Applying it to our feet is also going to bring attention to that area of the body. So it's kind of like yoga or meditation, right? We can meditatively use these oils. Also, they're going to have a localized effect. So if we use a certain essential oil that is meant to support our thinking and focus and concentration, we put it here, it's actually going to help, ease the tension that we might be holding in different places in our body as well. So that's the Steady blend. The other one that is for the heart and the emotions is called Brave. So Steady was about coming in, it was about being grounded, it was about calming the emotions. Brave is the more of an energizing and invigorating scent. It's about confidence and courage, and I love it. It has wild orange in it. It also has wild orange, amyris, osmanthus, and cinnamon in fractionated coconut oil. So Courage blend, it really is about energizing us, invigorating us, giving us that positive mood. So this is good again for adults. I use these oils. I sneak into my son's room at night and I'll use his oils, or when he's away at school. Like I have his whole kit here. He doesn't even know, but he loves me sharing these oils with others. So Brave would be a good one for children who need to go into a new situation or to feel a little bit more comfortable. So it's about reducing feelings of stress and anxious, tense feelings in a different way. It's about instilling that confidence. So letting your child intuitively pick either by scent or by feel or what they want. Brave would also be good for adults, kind of in that afternoon slump when you're feeling a little bit low energy. This is also invigorating and will give you the courage to keep moving forward. So those are the two for the heart. Then we have the ones that are for the brain. I'm going to go to next. So the one that a lot of people are very interested in is going to be Thinker. The brain ones are often really popular. So Thinker is the focus blend. So this is a really great blend for helping with concentration, helping with memory, or helping to focus your thoughts if you're easily distracted. So I use this. I put some on right before I got onto this video. I love, love, love this blend. So as you can see, I use them as much as my son does. But it has vetiver in it, which is really, really good for attention and focus. Really powerful essential oil for focus and attention. Peppermint, which is again about being alert. Clementine, which is a beautiful citrus oil to support that energizing feeling. And also rosemary, which is really well known for its ability to enhance and support memory. So Thinker would be one that I would put maybe on the temples or even roll on the wrists. Wrist is a really commonplace so that your child can smell it. And this would be really good to take during the day if your child needs a little bit more help focusing before a test or during homework time. It's really about being alert, and also it helps to support when you have that mental fatigue. So again, at the end of the day, if your child's doing homework and needs a little bit more support, I love, love, love Thinker for that. I use it a lot. It smells really great. I love it. The next brain one is another one that's going to be really popular is Calmer. This is a restful blend. This is also for the brain, also for the mind. It eases and soothes and calms the nervous system to prepare for restful sleep. So important for our growing children, so important for our sanity, so important for immune health, for all of these things is to get this sleep. So it has lavender, cananga, which is like the ylang-ylang, Buddha wood, Roman chamomile essential oils. So all of the oils that are known to have this kind of soothing effect on the nervous system to help transition and bring that tranquility and restfulness in to have a great sleep. My son loves putting this on. It's so cute. He'll put it on his wrists and he'll rub them together, and then he'll have me smell them, and then he'll smell them and he'll fall asleep smelling them. He has slept so well since he's been doing this. So I'll say here that essential oils aren't meant to fix or to cure or to do any of that. What they do is they help your body ease into relaxation, or they help your body function the way that it's intended to. So it's not about going and suppressing something or about trying to find a fix, but really about supporting the body in the way that it's meant to. So this is really, really great also throughout the day to bring that calm and tranquility. It's not sedating, so it's not going to have your kid falling asleep if they take it at noon, unless that's children's nap time, it will help. But it is really about positive stress-free moods. You can see a lot of these are a little bit of a subtle difference, but a lot of them are really about helping to ease stress and tension and help support the body. So this is really about calm, tranquility, and soothing feelings. So if your child is prone to tantrums or outbursts, the calmer would be what I would use for that. So I need to smell it because it smells so good. It reminds me of my little boy at bedtime. There's nothing better, and if you're a mom, you'll know what I mean, but there's nothing better than a sleeping child or almost in bed child. I mean, there's so many reasons that's so good, right? Because then you get your time back at night. But a child that just gets out of the bathtub, smells fresh and clean, and then putting these essential oils on, oh, there's no better scent than that. It's just calming for the mom too, right? Mom and dad and parent. So then we still have 2 essential oils for the body in this kids collection. So I'm going to start with Rescuer. So this is a really, really great blend. You can see this is for the body here. You can see the little body symbol. So Rescuer, I love this blend for so many reasons. So Rescuer is the soothing blend. So it's really meant for like physical tension. So tension in the muscles or growing legs, for example. It's also really good for comforting and soothing the skin. So if your child is in any type of sports or activities where their muscles might be sore or growing pains that they're having, tension, it's really good for that. It has in it copaiba, which is an amazing oil for supporting the nervous system in a different way, for supporting, inflammation and all of these things. It also has lavender, and spearmint and xanthoxylum. So really, really great for applying to bedtime, applying to your temples if you have some tension here, or applying to different aches and pains that you might have. One of the ways I've been using this, it doesn't talk about this in any of the literature, but I've actually been using this to support the respiratory system. We're just getting over colds in my household. And yes, even if we use natural products, we get colds. If you are not getting at least 1 cold a year, likely your immune system's actually depressed. There's germs all over. We are always coming into contact with them. We're always being exposed to them. And so when we have a cold or something like that, it's actually showing that our immune system is able to mount a response. And so the symptoms that we have are actually from our immune system fighting whatever's going on in our body. It's not necessarily from the bacteria, the virus actually doing anything. It's our body trying to fight it. So sneezing is us trying to expel that. So if you're not getting a cold once or twice a year, then I would be questioning why your immune system is not acting, because we for sure are in contact with these all the time. So what I've been doing is using Rescuer for this and applying it to my chest, because lavender, for example, in Canada has a health claim for being able to support coughs and colds, right? Spearmint, also all the mints are really opening. Copaiba is really great to support the lungs and respiratory system. So I've been applying this to my chest topically. I also love the smell. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful oil. It's also very cooling, which is nice. The last oil in this kids collection is one of my favorites. So every single night we use Calmer, and every single night we use Stronger, and oftentimes in the morning as well. And then we use the other blends as needed. So Thinker, we're using, when we want a little bit more memory and focus. Brave would be when we need a little bit more confidence or more energy. I also use those. And the Steady is the grounding blend, when you just want to bring yourself back in a little bit if you've been kind of thrown out or overwhelmed. So Stronger, I love. I use this one every day too. And Stronger is the protective blend. So it is a blend that is going to help support resilience to stressors. It is going to support really good for any skin things that are going on, really supportive for soothing the skin. It's also, I have my notes here just so I don't forget to tell you anything. So it's also really good for, like I said, skin, but I use this for immune support. So it has in it frankincense, rose, cedarwood, and litsea. So these frankincense, rose, and litsea are some of my favorite oils out there. So frankincense and rose, really, really good to support the skin. So is litsea. All of them are really supportive of the immune system. So what I love about this is it smells incredible. It's also supporting the cells, it's supporting your skin, but it's helping to give that resilience to the immune system during this time of environmental threats. So every single night, my son puts some on his spine. I put my head down, he puts some on my spine, and then we've been using it a little bit more too when we're moving through this cold. So it's really, really a great oil. So we have those 6 blends that come in the kids collection. And if you a lot of people have asked me, how do I get just this kids collection? So the kids collection, there's a few ways that you can get access to the kids collection. It is available as its own collection now. It's also part, if you've been following along, of the doTERRA Dream Kit. So the doTERRA Dream Kit is a set of all of the new oils and products that were launched at this year's global convention. So every year, doTERRA releases a new set, usually about between 10 and 15 products that they've been working on for the last several years, because it takes time to source these oils properly. Anyone can make an essential oil. Not everyone is going to do it with the same quality and level and integrity as doTERRA does. They source their oils from where they grow the most naturally in the world. Over 90% of our oils are actually from proprietary sources. So there are partnerships between doTERRA and the farmers and the growers, which ensures a level of quality that cannot be surpassed. A lot of essential oil growers have never, ever spoken to or had connection with the company that's selling it. It's all done through distributors and middlemen, and there's so many things done to cut costs and cut corners. So doTERRA prides itself on a few things. It's co-impact sourcing, which is really sustainable. It's about making sure we're getting the best oils that are grown from the best plants around the world, and also giving back to those communities. So I know when I use the oils that are in this kids collection that people around the world, the growers that have grown and worked so hard and are so in tune with these plants, many of them in developing countries are actually earning a living wage for their families. So I'm supporting my family while supporting their family. It's this beautiful global interconnectedness that's happening. I also know it's sustainable for the environment. doTERRA will not source an essential oil unless it is sustainable and good for the environment. No pesticides, no heavy metals, no additives, nothing. And very few oil companies, no matter what they say, can say the same thing. Well, they can say the same thing, but it just simply isn't true. So do a little bit more digging. So you can either get this kids kit, like I said, as part of the bigger dream kit, which I highly recommend. It's amazing. There's so many oils in there that we use every single day. There's many different products. You can also buy the kids collection on its own. So I'm going to tell you about the kids collection on its own first. So this kit, they wanted to make this really affordable, and then I'll share with you the last oil. But I want to finish wrapping up. So this, so there's a few ways to get doTERRA. You can buy them at retail, which is the most expensive way. I wouldn't recommend that. I don't think it's the best way, so I'm not even going to tell you how to do that, although you can reach out if you want to. The best way, it works like Costco. So the very best way to get your oils is you buy a membership, and with that membership, you're going to get so much value out of it. You get 25% off all of the products that you buy from doTERRA. So just like I said, all the supplements here, you can get 25% off the retail value. All of the essential oils, 25% off the retail value. doTERRA also has some amazing personal care products that are going to decrease the toxicity. That's a whole different topic, but the toxins that are in your household, they've got all that covered. Everything is based on essential oils. So they're not a company that's going to go out and add a line of something that's not related to essential oils just because everything does it. Everyone's doing it. They're very focused on using essential oils for this co-impact sourcing model of supporting the global economy, but also for healthcare. That was the second thing I was starting to say earlier. Healthcare is so incredibly important, making sure that we have empowered solutions that are safe, and so that we can take our health back in our hands and make these informed decisions. So healthcare, and also education. We offer so much education. So along with your 25% off when you get your wholesale membership, you're also going to get access to my essential oil resource library, which has videos and ebooks and recipe guides and all of these things in it that is really going to help support you on your journey. I also have a members only Facebook group, which is where you can come and I post continual information. You can ask for tips, you can ask for advice, you can share your successes. I share so much in there that really is to support you. So when you go to the store and you buy something off the shelf, whether it's a supplement at the health food store or whether it is an essential oil or anything else, you leave and you're not going to get the support. You can go and ask questions at the store, but you're not going to get the same level of support as you will when you join this community. And in this community, you can ask questions about what's going on in your personal health. We'll also sit down either by Zoom or Skype or online, and we can set out a one-on-one consultation when you first get started to talk about how to use the products, the vitamins, the supplements, the products specifically for your family, how to use them effectively. So that's something that has a huge, incredible value in it, because I used to charge $200 an hour, $175 an hour. almost $200 an hour in my clinical practice. And that is included with your membership. You get your first consult, 20 or 30 minutes. You're going to get that absolutely free. There's also members only bonuses. There's so much that you get with this membership, and the cost of a membership is only $35 US or $42 Canadian. So you can already see that you're getting way more value than you would have anywhere else. There's also an optional VIP loyalty program that you can join. You don't have to. But it's an optional program. After you've been using your oils for a while, you can sign up to create your very own customized, totally customizable every single month subscription box. So you can start ordering in the supplements that you want and have them delivered to your door every single month. Maybe you only need supplements every other month, so you can add something else. So it's totally customizable and you're not locked in. You can cancel anytime. But the benefit of that subscription box is that you can start earning points back. That's going to give you free products, and you'll get free shipping points too, which is amazing. I just signed up for a subscription box for my son last month, and we're getting the second one soon. That's actually, it's called Kiwi Box. So it actually has crafts and activities every month where they send you a little magazine to read, and they send you all these crafts and activities to do together. So subscription boxes are big. They're very amazing to have everything you need coming to you. With doTERRA, you're going to get all the things that you need that you get to pick based on your individual needs. Every single month you get to change it. And again, this is optional. But it's going to come straight to your door, and you're going to earn points back for free stuff. So I don't get that with my other subscription box, but you're going to be able to support your family in a bigger way. So just the kids kit is about approximately $100 US. If you add, this is only available from the US warehouse. So if you're in Canada, you just order from the US. So I'm going to quote in US dollars. I order from the US every single month. We also do have a Canadian warehouse. It just doesn't have the kids kit. So this is $100 US for 6 oil blends, which is amazing. They wanted to make it very affordable for families. These will last you a really long time. You're putting one little swipe on. So this is going to last you months, if not a year. It depends how much you use them, right? It comes with the carabiners. It comes with the little flashcards. So that's $100. If you're brand new and you don't have a membership yet, you pay your $35 membership. That's also going to give you, like I said, that consult with me about how to use them. Some things you might want to look for in the future. So again, a holistic nutritionist consult is in that $35 plus all the resources. So if you're in Canada, it's going to be a little cheaper if you live in the US, but if you're in Canada, the cost of the kids kit plus your membership plus shipping is $148.74. Now with that, if you order the kids kit, get started this month, so by the end of October, and you can add any of the supplements that we talked about today, you're also going to get an ebook that I've created specially for you to talk about my top tips to keep your kids healthy and active all through the winter. So this is going to be a great ebook that's going to have a few recipes. It's going to talk about the oils. It's going to talk about the supplements, and also some activities and ways to get your kids engaged. So that itself has, a $47 value in it. So it's a really, really good value. And so that was just the kids kit part. The supplements we can add on if you want. And I wanted to share one more oil with you before we wrap this up, which is called Zengest. This is another oil we use when we need it. And I couldn't talk about health without talking about this. I think that if you are looking at supporting your kids' health, the kids kit is going to go a long way. It's going to support many different factors, body, mind, and heart. Adding the supplements as that foundational program is absolutely essential. But once in a while, one thing that these things haven't addressed, you're going to get a tummy ache. So we had a time, my son got a little bit of a stomach bug, and he woke up in the night screaming in pain that his tummy hurt. And of course, it doesn't matter how well prepared or how well trained or how experienced you are in the health field. When it's your own child, it's a little bit scary, right? So we put him in the bath because he had been sick on himself. And once he got out and he was all dried up, he was still screaming in pain. It hurt so much. And I rubbed a little bit of Zengest on his tummy, and within 5 minutes he had calmed down. It made him feel so much better. So again, this is rollerball format. I recommend that you get one of these. I use this a lot as well. So whenever you feel like a little bit of tummy ache, constipation, diarrhea, a little bit you've overindulged during the holidays, this is a beautiful blend of oils that has everything in it to support the digestive tract. So it's going to help normalize bowel function, whether it's too fast or too slow. It's going to help with bloating. It's going to help with that feeling of being too full or any aches and pains. It really soothes the digestive tract. And in it, I'm going to tell you what's in it. It smells kind of like black licorice. I don't actually like black licorice myself, but I do love the smell of this. So it has, of course, a base of coconut oil, and then it has in it anise, which is that black licorice smell, peppermint, which is really cooling and soothing for the digestive system, ginger, same thing, soothing and warming, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel in it. So very, very supportive, great for little babies as well who might have those little tummy troubles or digestive upsets. So if you are looking to support your child's health, this is where I would recommend that you start making sure you're getting those beautiful supplements. Get the kids kit. It is a beautiful collection, and then later you'll be able to eventually order the ones that you need if you're using one more than the other. They're not currently available for individual sale, but they will be in the next few months. And then adding on a Zengest. So I wanted to give you the price just for the kids kit so you could know how to get started, and then you can add on the other things if you want. So we're getting towards the end of the month. So it's the 29th, so we've got 2 more days after today to get started and claim this $50 value ebook that really, again, like I said, is going to talk to you a few recipes, tell you how to use these products, what to look for in supplements, as well as how to keep your kids active and healthy throughout the winter. And as well, when you get your membership, totally worth the value. You're going to get a one-on-one consult with me, about 20-minute consult, how to use your oils. That's optional. If you don't want it, that's okay too. Some people don't want to get on the phone. You can just get your oils. I'm not going to harass you. And you get access to our community and all of our resources. So I hope you can see that this is an amazing, amazing opportunity to get started up-leveling your child's health. If you are watching this and you don't have children, congratulations to you for making it through the Kids Talk. Or even if you want to support yourself as an adult, there is lots of options for you. One of the reasons I closed down my practice 2 years ago was because a lot of people from around the world wanted to work with me, and I realized that I could have a bigger impact if I were to close my brick and mortar store that took up so much of my time, and to really reach out to support people one-on-one or in bigger group settings, but also realizing that with a company like doTERRA, with so much integrity, so much wonderful stuff that we have at our fingertips, I can now support more people in a better way by helping to teach you how to take care of your own health. What do they say? There's that, like, give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and he can feed himself forever, or something like that. It's the same thing with these oils. I was seeing people once a month for these consultations and charging a large amount of money for my time because it was very involved. But now I can teach you how to take care of your family, how to take care of your health. And that is so empowering, and it's going to go far. And you're going to see, as you use these oils for yourself and your child, it's going to create bonding for the two of you, or however many children you have, for your family together. But it's also going to increase your confidence. You're both going to learn how the body works better. You're going to have a greater connection with each other, but also a greater connection and empowerment with how your own unique body works, how your child's body works. And what a great gift to give to them, to give them the understanding of how their body works now, rather than wait, until you're, in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, and something's going on and you're trying to figure out what your body's been trying to tell you when you've been ignoring it for all these years. So I look forward to supporting you. If you're interested, send me a message. Please share this video with anyone you think might be interested. I'm so happy to support you. And send me a message or comment below and we'll get you started. It takes only 5 minutes to get your products ordered, and you'll have them within a week, and we can get started working right away. So excited for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.